It's the morning show with Bruce and Shannon.
That's Shannon and Bruce, remember?
My bad. Some cool topics.
And things you maybe didn't know yesterday.
So let's have some fun, and you might just learn something new.
So here they are.
Bruce
Shannon and Bruce.
Oh boy.
Hit the unmute button there. Morning. Good
morning.
How are we doing out there? It's it's a good morning out there. It's a little cooler. I think it's going to be a little humid today. But welcome, everybody. And I hope everybody's having a good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And
I haven't really seen you much this morning. You were up and out of here.
I was up and out and went to the. Do I have enough? Let's see here. Do I have enough input here? It's.
Why didn't you change it out?
I don't.
You know that it's been doing that for several weeks,
I know.
and you still haven't changed
I've got it. I know.
Oh,
I've got to get it done.
he has a cord issue.
I do, and I've got to get it
and
done.
And he keeps complaining. And
I
all
do.
he has to do is
I
change
know.
it out, but he keeps
I
forgetting.
know.
What's with the toilet paper?
Well, sponsors today, our sponsors this morning, are our sponsors at Hoarders Toilet Paper. For those of you that are anal about your toilet paper, it's Hoarders. So let's keep it clean. Shannon, back to you.
That's funny.
Okay.
What made you think of that?
Something to waste time.
Okay.
That's about it. Until someone or anybody comes and joins us this morning on Facebook Live. We are Facebook Live on our personal page. And I think I've tagged the Texas 46 radio page, so it should be over there as well.
So I was, kind of played the news a little bit while I was getting dressed and trying to find a story that isn't depressing is almost impossible with the news now. Everything is drama and depressing. Of course, I guess that's, we were talking about that the other day about how we love the drama.
Yeah.
As humans, our ego loves the drama. We don't necessarily want the peaceful stuff,
Yeah. Why do you watch that documentary on Hitler?
Because it's interesting.
Oh, yes.
I mean, but that's the thing, is that it's like, people who we all look at these stories, 9/11 and Hitler and the Holocaust and all these different stories, and we think, what a horrible thing. Next episode.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Next episode. And it's like,
how many episodes are in this season?
oh man, it's almost over. I mean, it's just it's crazy how the human mind works. I don't know.
Oh, you're telling me. This one right here? I don't know. And you haven't figured it out yet either.
No, I haven't.
You haven't figured out this one.
No, I know. I'm still working on it.
Still working on it. Still working on it. And so come on and join us over on Facebook Live. And like I say, over on there's Irene.
Okay, so you're going to freak people out when it shows that they're watching, but they don't realize that they're watching. And then you just announce it and they're like, "Oh crap." What if somebody is kind of wants to watch but doesn't want you to tell everybody? They don't want you to know that they're watching.
Well,
so maybe you need to just shut up and let it just come up.
No,
and
a lot of people like to be called up, but here's what's funny.
Not everybody wants to be called out.
How many of those people, like I said, okay, so she's there watching.
She doesn't mind.
Well,
but
she's watching.
There are people who probably are like, "Oh, look, there's Bruce and Shannon," and then you go, "Hey, there's so and so watching." They go, "Oh crap," and they get off.
But if you could be a fly,
no.
if you could be a fly on the wall, and when I say, "Oh, look, Irene Taylor's watching," and she goes like, "Oh my God, I'm not dressed."
No,
And nobody will see that.
you're such a dork.
Well, I'm just.
But no, I mean, you could totally see. Don't say it.
The dork?
If you know that they don't mind, that's okay. But I mean, there are some people who just want to stalk a little bit, and if you announce them, they go, "Oh crap," and then they
Then they leave.
Shut it off.
And they expect everybody's got to come bombard them, go to their messenger with questions and all sort of
it's
things
not,
like that.
No, it's not that. Okay, so if you were on Facebook and you knew that every time you went and looked at somebody's page, that it told them that you looked.
See, we already ticked somebody off already. See, we had three of them watching, and now there's only 2. So who did we offend?
You know what I'm saying?
Who did we offend?
You know what I'm saying?
No, one more time. I got sidetracked. Sorry.
If you were watching, you don't listen.
Well, I was.
If you were on Facebook, and good morning, Miss Berlin.
Oh, what are you doing?
She said, "Hey, dork."
Oh, that's right. She's playing.
She's playing along.
She's playing along.
It's
this
not
morning.
just
okay.
yeah.
Well, see, now it says
now it says that. Yeah. Okay. But my point is, you're such a dork.
All right.
Okay. So if you're on Facebook, and you know that if you go onto somebody's page, they know you've gone onto their page. You know what I mean? Would that freak you out and make you not go on their page? If they knew you were Facebook stalking them, but would you be like, oh,
okay,
no,
well, that's
now that I know that, I'm not going to go on.
That's
that
a
page.
little bit. That's a little bit different though than a Facebook invitation to come join, which I have in the comments. It says, "Come join us on Facebook this morning." So
I know, but that's not. But my point is.
So I go like, "Hey, Chris, come on, Chris Rose with County Line Band, come on in."
Yes,
you're here.
But my point is, what if it's someone who doesn't think that you can see that they are watching, and you announce it and you freak them out because they didn't really want to know that you knew that they were watching you?
I don't know, but that's you just.
Come on.
I know.
This is it.
Oh,
is this only
I guess
something
so.
a woman can understand? Am I speaking too difficultly for you?
Well, no. I guess you're right. You know, when somebody
is like, don't freak.
When somebody comes on to the thing to watch or whatever like that,
yes.
Sure.
Don't announce it. If you see that it says so and so is watching, don't announce it because you might freak them out. There are some people who don't necessarily want you to know that they want to stay anonymous, or that they don't want you to know that they're watching. So like, just
see if I go watch a Facebook Live thing or whatever, and it'll say on their thing who's watching. So it's like, hey, we got Bruce with Texas 46 Radio watching us this morning. I'm going like, yes.
Yes, but you love attention.
I do.
Not everybody does.
Yeah.
If I'm Facebook stalking someone, which I don't really do very often, but for instance, your son comes to the house and he says, "I'm dating this new girl," and you go, "Oh, really? What's her name?" And he says, "Blah blah blah," and so you go onto his page, you find out who she is and everything, and then you start, and then all of a sudden he's like,
Dad, why did you friend this person?
No. All of a sudden, your kid comes up to you and he says, "Mom, so and so said you were on their page looking at their stuff. That's creepy." I mean, there's a good.
He said was that a hypothetical, or did they actually?
That's a hypothetical.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, work with me, honey.
Fake news.
work with me. Click the brain switch on.
Okay. Oh, there I am.
You're happy.
Okay, so what we'll do
I
is
think your brain.
Here's the
You've already had too much stimulation.
Here's the disclaimer. If you start to watch and it says that you're watching, if you don't comment on anything, I won't call you out.
Yes. Okay. Let's do that. Let's have that be the thing. There's Brian. This is very similar to posting as anonymous on the MB Traffic page or any other page. Yes. Exactly. There's a reason people put anonymous on there because they don't want somebody to get ticked off. And
I've seen some where there's a woman that will post anonymously, and she says she's looking for the. What do you have any recommendations for a divorce lawyer? And it's kind of like.
Yeah.
Is your
looking for a divorce lawyer?
Is your husband on this
like,
page?
Wait, what?
What? Is your husband on
I
this
heard
page?
your wife was online looking for a divorce lawyer.
I see it. She says, what does she say? She says,
Asking for a friend.
No, I don't mind.
I don't mind. I just don't want you to announce I'm listening naked. I am, but don't tell everyone.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, but that was just hypothetical.
And Felder says that the whole anonymous on the Facebook traffic page, because they want to be a Karen anonymously. Okay, so I feel sorry for
Karen,
any
no offense to any Karens
woman
watching this morning.
named Karen. I think I would have to change my name to Kay. or
Just go by your.
like, what's your name? I don't want to tell you.
Well, you do. So when I
I don't want to tell
when
you.
I introduce you as Shannon K.
But my middle name is not Karen. It's K. It is K.
It's the long version of K.
I don't know why it's K. K. I don't know. I don't know why I think my mom must have just thought it flowed.
So I got some interesting mail yesterday.
Did you?
I did. I got the most latest version of the
Unsung.
Green Texas, New Braunfels, Texas Unsung magazine that came out just for April, and
what kind of people are in there?
oh, all sort of people. There's really some really cool people. There's about the San Antonio's stock show.
I thought I was the
rodeo.
only one that watched in the nude. Nope, Brian.
No.
There are more than.
Different, and it really talks about stuff that's going on in Green and a lot of musical artists and things like that they like to feature. And this is actually a magazine that's kind of put on by Casey Franks over at the Villa in Green. She loves music. So, and then look at here, look at that.
Look at that.
Look
Are you
at
the
that.
centerfold?
No, but it's in a fold, so it could be. It's kind of the off-center fold.
You are definitely an off-center fold.
The article was titled "On the
I
Airwaves."
like that picture. What do you? I mean, it does look because your mouth looks like you're about to talk. You're talking.
It's
but
like she said, say
that's a good picture.
say cheese, and she caught me on the zzz. So if it's the story behind the rock vault in Texas 46 radio. So there you go.
That's very cool.
So
Congratulations
if you
on
find,
that, my dear.
If you see this around town in the Green area or wherever it might be, grab yourself a copy. And it's interesting.
And then
read.
bring it over here. Bruce will sign it for you.
I'll sign it for you. I will. Or I'll even meet you halfway somewhere.
He'll come to you.
I'll come to you. So somebody needed an autograph here. Can I sign this for you?
Nope.
Oh no, that was Irene talking to Brian.
Oh, nope. So anyway.
Oh my God, and I can't unsee that Brian's comment. Oh my God, Brian, really? And I haven't even finished my coffee yet.
Oh, so I mean, so my point is, if I am Facebook stalking somebody's page, I don't want them to know. Now you may not care. I do.
I don't. Yeah.
Especially, if
That's why I don't do any stalking. Just in case.
you are such a liar. You are such a liar. You do too. You do too. You are awful. You're worse than I am. I rarely. Okay, people who are listening.
Oh, that doesn't
how
take
many
much.
of you
That doesn't take
Facebook
much at all.
stalk a page just to see? You hear somebody and then you go, "My husband is the world's worst." If he hears a name, he just instantly goes on to try to find him.
And if I can't find
do
it,
you not
I'll
realize
spell
you
it.
do that?
I'll spell
Do
it
you
every which
forget
way
that?
I can to try to find it.
Did
Then I'll go to Google and I'll look, try to find their Facebook page. That's what I'll do.
You're a dork.
See, now we're starting to talk about everyday things that other people do and are ashamed to admit it.
Yeah.
We'll admit it for you.
I'm sorry, but if you have a Facebook account, you will Facebook stalk.
You will. There's no doubt.
You do. I mean, I think everybody does it. Everybody does it, unless they're just really, really.
Until they send you the fake news that says such and such just viewed your page. Well, no, there are
Okay,
actually
so
you can do.
Did you know that the TikTok thing is still not resolved? I thought it was sold and all that kind of stuff. It's not. So it's on another okay, that it has to get done in the next
Ballot
so they said that Trump may extend it again, but that it still has to be sold. It's still owned by a Chinese company by China, and because of for whatever special reasons that they don't want it
to be known.
It's a security issue with TikTok. So anyway, so Amazon is considering buying it. Thought that was interesting. Amazon. So yeah.
Well, that is interesting.
That is so I thought that was already done.
And that is legitimate. That's legitimate right there. That is not fake news.
It was on the news. So
I
mean, like I was
to clarify,
I was looking. So I was like watching. If you watch Fox News, it's all Trump supported. So I was on like I don't know ABC, NBC News or something like that watching, and so it everything is talking about tariffs and tariffs.
Yeah, tariffs. They were showing. I see this post come through every so often of what I guess it's what Canada was charging us on tariffs.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean that's the thing. So
I don't know what.
So the whole point is
I don't know what here.
So the thing is it's not a short-term goal. It's a long-term goal. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to get it to the point where people are purchasing more products from the United States, which is a good idea. I mean, it's a good idea. But the thing is that, so for one thing, he's doing the tariffs to China, but not Vietnam. So what's to say China can't sell to Vietnam and then Vietnam sell to the United States? You know what I mean? There's loopholes. But so a lot of the areas it's going to affect us, it's not going to be so much in it's going to be in like car parts, phone parts, foreign cars. They said you could end up spending like $20,000 more for a foreign car, stuff like that. And so I see what he's trying to do here. I do, and I think it's a good. I think it's good in theory. Hopefully, it works out in after he's tried it for a few months, and hopefully learns whether it's going to work or not. So and that's what they're saying, is that he's going to give it a try. Let's see. Cool. Irene, I will see you at the Nude Watchers Anon meeting tonight. We have to be getting closer to graduation.
With honors.
With honors. Oh my gosh. I can't walk around nude. I wasn't born that way. I can't ever.
I know. And you say it's always too noisy when I walk around nude. So
shoot, I'm it's just not in me. It's not in my nature. Wish I could.
Yeah,
I really wish I could. I wish I could just like squeeze.
If I do that, she always said, "I heard you coming down the hallway." Yeah, well.
You're so funny.
Nobody's gonna get it.
I can hear you walking down the hallway, but it's not because of that.
Not because of that.
It's because you're loud when you walk down the hallway. Well, it's like having a
dinosaur.
It's like a. No, I can't even say it's like a horse. It is like a dinosaur. It's like gong 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 gong.
I do appreciate the compliment, though. It's not. So we're talking about Facebook and videos and things. Now, a reminder that they're saying starting on July the 1st, and I've got some reminders already, and you probably got some too, that your Facebook Live videos older than 30 days will be deleted. If you want to keep your live videos, you can do one of the following. It says download your live videos all at once to your device. You can transfer your live videos to a destination. So
like YouTube.
Yeah, and from what I'm understanding, that everything that's older than 30 days is going to be deleted, but they're not talking about like every 30 days deleting what's on there. But I think they're just trying to clean things up a bit. I
Well,
don't know
fortunately,
for sure exactly.
I don't have a whole lot of. I mean, the only times I use Facebook Live is when I'm like walking the property and
Yeah.
just kind of want to give people a nice, fun view of our chaos.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So
Hey,
yeah.
Sharon Sauer's watching this morning, and she gave me the okay by saying hello. So good to see you on this morning. So we're go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
So we're talking about imported things.
Uh-huh.
Okay, whether this is going to transition into the right thing or not.
Whether this is going to be interesting or not.
Yeah. Do you know where the origin of Caesar dressing came from?
From Caesar. From
Was it-
Rome. From Caesar. I don't know. From
So I'll give you just a second. Is anybody that's watching this
Caesar
morning?
dressing comes from what country?
Yeah, where did Caesar dressing originate? If you got a second, just whoever wants to just pop in there and mention it before I mention it, feel free.
Caesar dressing comes from Italy.
Okay.
No.
All right. So that's okay.
Go ahead.
Everything's a bit of a delay going to radio, but Facebook.
Okay, go ahead.
Caesar. Well, I'm sorry. It's not necessarily Caesar. It's Caesar salad. My bad. Caesar salad. Same thing. Was invented in
Same
Mexico.
Oh.
You may think Caesar salad comes from Italy, which
Yeah.
you did, but it was actually created in Tijuana, Mexico, by Italian immigrant and restaurateur
See, but that's still Italy.
Caesar Cardini.
Oh.
Okay. On the evening of July 4th, 1924, Cardini, the owner of Caesar's Place, was under pressure to serve an influx of Californians who were looking for a break from prohibition. On the fly, he whipped up a salad using romaine lettuce and whatever ingredients he had, including garlic-flavored oil, eggs, Parmesan cheese, lemon, and Worcestershire sauce.
I didn't know there was Worcestershire sauce, as you would say.
God, please.
In Caesar. I thought there was like, yeah, no, I didn't know that. Interesting.
The word traveled fast, and the Caesar salad became a sensation from coast to coast.
Mm-hmm.
Now, something you didn't know that is not fake news. We give you genuine news right here on
That
Texas
we
46
know of.
Reddit that we know of. Nobody can really
Could be fake.
Nobody really
We
can,
really
can
don't know.
confirm our stories, because once they do, they're actually deleted from our Facebook page.
It's just, yeah, whatever.
So, yes,
So,
indeed.
so I also didn't know this, that Elon Musk's, because they, I guess he commissioned him for a certain length of time. His time is up in May.
Oh, did
So he may be leaving in May unless Trump
he-
reassigns him.
oh, I didn't know that.
Did you? I know. Isn't that interesting? I thought that was going to go longer than that. But yeah, so he only had like a certain length of time where he was going to be commissioned to do this work, and so then he'll decide. Trump and he will decide how to go on from there.
Well, there you go.
So that's interesting.
Yeah,
I really like the work that he's
Yeah,
doing.
I don't have any issues
I
with it,
feel
so.
like the stuff that he's finding is really just maintenance.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you go through your paperwork and your finances, you go, okay, let me look at my bank statement. Okay, I've got, oh, honey, what's this charge here? Oh, that's a subscription. Somebody, scammed me on a subscription.
I told you not to talk about that here.
Subscriptions.
Oh.
Subscription.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like it's just maintenance. I feel like what he's doing is he's just going through this stuff to find out where the things that were, the little bits and pieces that were forgotten. Anyway,
And so,
just
and
my
always,
story, and I'm sticking to
And
it.
I always hate having to correct you on things too that you find across there. You come up and ask me, you says, "What is this? What is this men lingering here? What is this? What subscription is that?" And I say, "Honey, that's
Men
men's-"
lingering.
No, I said that's men's lingerie. I'm sorry.
Either way
she
is
just thinks
bad.
she just-
Either
either
one of those is bad. Grateful that
very
that's
co-
not
Just reminding you that it is clean entertainment right here, friends. Free of charge to you, except for your internet bill. That's the only thing you have to pay for. Oh boy!
So I thought that was interesting.
That is very interesting, hon. I didn't.
I hope they get him back. I hope they keep him for a while.
So
Although I know he did say in a podcast that he was fearing for his life because of all the things that were happening, which I think is stupid.
I think you get into any kind of political parts that you have your haters, and there's always going to have.
I know,
threats.
but
It's just
not the
stupidest thing.
threats. That's crazy. I mean, the guy's a nice guy, so I mean, there's no reason to have threats. That makes no sense to me.
It's just people that just don't have anything better to do.
No, okay, so we were talking about that. So we were talking about the whole anger online thing. And I was watching on the news, they were talking about the amount of, like, in kids' sports. Evidently, there was a hockey thing, and the kids at some point got into a scuffle, and the parents got out onto the hockey rink and started, like, wrestling each other and so they said that a lot of the issues at youth sports, the violence issues, come from the parents.
Yes.
And I'm like, great, such a great example for these young people. So and you and I, we've been to baseball games where our kids were playing and the parents were getting, like, really ticked off, and it was like, chill the heck out. These kids are like 10. Come on.
I know. And that's my husband out there pitching to them, and he has a sore arm. Get off his back.
No, that was, how old were they in T-ball?
I don't know, but I had a sore
Not
arm.
10. It was
I had a sore arm and I couldn't pitch, and I told the coach I don't want to pitch, but he said, you just can't stand on first base forever, Bruce. You have to do something else. You know, like, okay. So I pitched it. I hit a batter.
Did you really?
I did. But, the ball was
when the boys were playing T-ball?
Yeah, but the ball was going in so slow.
See,
It
my
really
favorite T-ball moment was when Taylor was coming in to the base and the kid was on the base with the ball, and Taylor just ran around like this, and the kid had to, like, run after him.
Yeah, that was.
And we were all dying. That
was before those viral videos came out.
That was so funny.
We could have made $1 million.
It was so funny.
It was
Okay,
funny.
so anyway.
So,
but yeah, adults screwing up kids'
I know.
games. Go ahead.
So I want to thank our real sponsors for our stuff this morning. I will get that changed. I'm so sick of that stupid cord.
Then change
I will.
it.
I will.
It's been
I
there.
will. But I don't understand
Feltner's going.
Feltner's, why is he? I don't understand.
What?
The Faust Brewing Company are one of our sponsors this morning. Actually, 24/7, one of our sponsors. The Kamaltex Insurance is one of our sponsors. And one of our main sponsors, lastly, is Hill Country Customs Towing and Collision here in town.
These have been people who've been with us almost from the beginning.
Yes.
And we are so grateful that they help us to pay the bills to keep this running. And so that's
so
nice.
we want to send out a thing for all you challenge to all you businesses out there that want that little bit of extra promotion and camaraderie, maybe some more networking that we can get out there for you. It doesn't cost an arm and a leg, believe me. And we do a lot for you. We're gonna do all sort of promotion for you.
We also like to be able to give back. So if you know of anyone who, any sort of thing where, for
nonprofits and things like that.
Nonprofit sort of benefit stuff. I mean, not that we can do all of them, but it would be nice to every once in a while, at least like once a month or something, support a nonprofit. We have a rescue duck from a
rehabilitation place.
Yeah, a wildlife reserve,
Yes.
a wildlife rehab place, who took one of our ducks because she had broken her leg and we didn't know what to do with her, and so they took care of her and helped her, and then we and in return took one of the ducks that they had that was hit by a car. And so she's hilarious. Abigail, she's hilarious. She's a Muscovy. And she's got a personality like you wouldn't believe. She's just too funny. But stuff like that, we love to be able to support different places, especially local or whatever. So that's always a good thing too.
Yeah, and if you want to come by the studio and talk about your business, that option is available too. So let's get you in here, and you can either sit in the co-pilot seat here or the captain's chair, whichever she is for the day.
Not only that, but that's the good thing about like when you're watching our show, you can comment with your business information here on our comments.
Feel free
to
feel free to do that.
This actually gets watched quite a bit. By the end of the week, it's sometimes we've got like up to 700 views. So it's kind of a neat
when somebody asks you, well, how many listeners do you have? Well, how many people at some point watched this video?
Well, not only that, but what I find interesting is a lot of your listeners are overseas. I think that is interesting.
Oh, yes, it is.
You've got listeners in like other countries.
Yes. I like that.
That's kind of neat.
I love that. They move. Some of them moved from here, go to a different state, and like to hear stuff that goes on in Texas again. So.
Okay, so there is a thing now about a show called Adolescence on Netflix. And if you've seen it, it's real interesting. It is, I think it only has like, I'm trying to think if it just has like 3 episodes or something like that. But the whole thing is each episode is done in one take. So the camera follows the whole time. It does not shut off. So the whole thing, I mean, it literally shows them driving in the car, everything. I mean, it's kind of interesting. But the whole point of the show was a guy wanted to show what are the youth of our time are having to deal with online bullying and bullying in school and stuff. So it's a hard show to watch. There's a young man, an amazing little actor who plays the part of the kid in the show, and it doesn't have a whole lot of actors in it. But again, it's all done in one take, so it's kind of an interesting watch. But it's really hard to watch this young man because he is actually being arrested for the death of a young girl. And it shows the story behind what happened. It shows the spark of that 3rd episode. See, I'm not quite done. Is it just 3 episodes? Because I'm not quite done with the last one. I'm about a third of the way into it. And it's very hard to watch, isn't it? It is really good. It's really interesting, but it's crazy to see what this young man, I mean, just the
4.
It's 4 episodes. Okay. So I think I'm on the last one. And so you're talking about the one where the therapist is talking to him. Oh my gosh. So, and the therapist is just like, she's in tears afterwards because it was just so hard on her to be in there doing that. Oh my gosh. It just crazy. And so if you are interested in watching some of this, they're talking about actually showing it in schools. So they're actually talking about making it something that they show in different schools so that these young people can see what they're doing. And they said a lot of the psychologists and stuff are saying that these kids are being put into a situation with the online bullying and everything where their brain is not really mature enough to handle. And so they're just kind of, and, Bruce and I, we have, just in talking to our own kids, you learn as a parent that you mature as a parent, and you have to all of a sudden look back at what you were like when you were young. And it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I did that. oh my gosh, I used to think that way too. But then life kind of showed me, oh, okay, no, you're wrong, And so as I listen to my own kids, it's kind of like, oh, wow, they're not even, they've got a long way to go to mature into some of these things, and if they don't have children, they lack that class. And if they don't have, if they're not out living the hard life on their own, completely responsible for their own stuff, they lose that lesson. It's really interesting. But I do like the idea of them showing that in schools. I think that that's really interesting because there's so much in it, and like she was saying, when the therapist the third episode is pretty crazy. I love that the kids' parents weren't to blame. They weren't drunks, abusive. Yes, exactly. So the parents they were good parents. The dad had some anger issues that the kid had noticed, where the dad could, every once in a while, I guess, get frustrated and explode a little bit, which, I came from a family where that happened all the time. And so, but I mean, all parents have that. When you get to a point where you're like, where life is just like really getting to you and you have to just like explode for a few seconds. I remember the other day we were outside and something really bothered me. And I was just like, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't catch my breath. I was so aggravated and upset. And he came up and he went, stop, 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 stop. And I was like, no, no, no. Don't pack it back in. It needs to come out, And there are times where you just got to cry it out. Don't try to stick it back in. Don't have if your spouse comes up and says, oh, no, here, calm down. Let's, put it all back inside, You can't do that. And so we all watch that. But it's healthy for your kids to be able to see that and not lose it and get mad and, hurt somebody.
Yeah, and unless you say something, communicate wise, you don't know.
With what?
Well, in regards to when to say something, maybe when not to say something.
Well, but you and I, though, I mean, like, you can communicate a lot of times. You can communicate things where, and I listen, or I can communicate things and you listen. What are you doing? I'm sorry.
I'm just seeing who's messaging me that's not watching.
There's Miss Valeda. Good morning. Yes. So like when you're in a marriage and something, you get upset or something, and your spouse does the opposite of what you need them to do. You don't just clam up and walk off. You say, hang on. This is what I need you to do. I need you to let me explode for just a second here. I need you to let me, throw a fit. My thing with you is the F-bombs. I stop the F-bombs. But then go ahead, throw the fit.
Mm-hmm. Please put the hammer down. Yeah. Please put the bag of noodles on the ground.
that was me. Noodles everywhere. Oh, I was so mad, but that felt so good. It felt so good. I just ripped a bag of noodles apart and it just shot all over the kitchen because I was ticked off. And he was just like, so that's the funny story.
Yeah.
So it felt so good.
So she goes to take a shower. She says, pick up those noodles and put them away right now.
I did not.
I know. Before I stab you with one.
No, I walked out the door, didn't I? I walked out the door and went to Mike's house.
I'm not really sure. I was still in shock.
Hey, it could have been worse. I could have been throwing something dangerous, not noodles. I didn't throw the noodles.
It could have been
so.
linguine.
Could have been like lasagna noodles.
She broke a window with it already, friend. Oh my God!
That was
So we're
funny,
we're
though.
just talking about food
Good
now,
laugh.
and it's having a good time with it. Today is April the 3rd. First of all, April the 1st was a few days ago. Obviously, that's how it goes in concession with it's before the.
Did you
3rd.
have anybody to give you an April Fool's joke?
I
I thought about telling you I was pregnant, but I kind of figured you wouldn't believe me.
Yeah, I don't know, but there were a few things on there. I thought the best one that I didn't even think about it, but those of you that are familiar with Mosey's restaurant in Greene, they're talking about they're going to have a rooftop bar, and they showed.
How are they going to do that?
They showed the cylindrical staircase on the outside going up. It says, just watch your step going up those metal steps, but it's going to be great or something like that. And it shows one table up there on the top.
Is
And
it a joke?
It was a joke.
Oh.
I'm going like, I'm thinking
Because
like
of the whole
for
rooftop
the
bar
rooftop
thing.
bar thing. Well, that's
What
not going
is?
to work.
I'm afraid of heights. So, and not only that, but okay, if you go to a bar, stairs is not the best idea
Yeah.
because you're gonna have people tumble down them
So
because they drunk. It's kind of like, all right, breathalyzer. You can only go up there if you are,
see, but
gonna have to make an elevator.
what they should do, I guess,
Put
there
a bungee on them.
is you should be like a when you go to a concert, you get a media pass to go in and
Yes.
take pictures. You should have a venue pass to go in and take pictures, and just stand there by the stairs with your cameras ready, because somebody's going to topple down there. So first come, first serve for viral videos. Who's going to be the first one to post one that somebody's?
That's the thing. It's like, I remember the one time that we, oh my gosh, used that or drank that weird, it was like gin or vodka or something that I had gotten from a friend that we didn't realize was like
vodka.
150
Yeah,
proof.
190 proof or something
190
like that.
proof. And so I went to your gig, and then all of a sudden it kicked in, and I couldn't move. I couldn't stand. I couldn't walk. I had to have one kid on one side, talk about a good example for your children. And they had to walk me out, and Justin drove me home.
We've got
That was
definitely some buffering here.
But
on our, I'm
again,
gonna go out and-
walking down steps. I had to walk down a couple of steps, and they had to pretty much carry me. Some
Yes.
buffering.
Kind of. Let me just go back over here again. Yeah, Baskin Robin Van Muren says she thinks about the stairs at the tequila bar at the rodeo.
Seriously. I mean, what are they thinking? To put a bar at the top of stairs. There should be a I don't know. If I was an insurance company, I would go way up on their insurance.
I think we're good now.
But that's weird. That's what's weird.
Yeah.
The rooftop bar thing. It's a fad
And I actually
till somebody gets
You
thrown
know,
off the top of one.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until somebody jumps off one.
Yes.
But I have never
Gone up there.
been.
I
No,
haven't
I've
gone
not
up
been
there
on a
either.
rooftop bar here anywhere in New Braunfels.
I won't go
The
up there.
first one was some kind of something horse or something like that over at the Creekside. The Seidels had opened up that one. Remember the first rooftop bar here in town? I think
Okay.
it's the first one. And I think that one just kind of went by the wayside. But then everybody else kind of went on the bandwagon and grabbed on from it. But I've seen them, but I've never been on a
I haven't
rooftop
either.
bar.
And again, I just think that's just not
It's
the
crazy.
very smart
Crazy.
thing to do.
Just real quick here,
my
something you may
opinion.
not know. Something you may not know today, and especially those of you that may be on a diet, may want to consider maybe
Or
skipping it for the
should
day,
be on
or
a
should be on a
diet
diet.
like me.
I don't know. But today is National Burrito Day. National
See,
Burrito
I love
Day.
burritos.
Oh, you know what? I'm missing my
Valeda says there was a bar.
There we go. Mashed
Oh,
burrito
okay.
there.
Sorry.
They've been sitting over there waiting to do this all morning. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Alex is probably like,
Alice is going like, I'm trying to sleep. Shut up. For those of you that don't know, a burrito is a heavy tortilla wrapped around meat. Why do they have to put this on there? Meat, cheese, tomato, rice, beans, vegetables, and sauces. Like many other tortilla dishes, the burrito is flexible.
you had to put that on there?
Well, no, that's what this is on
No, I
it's on the
know.
official page.
I'm thinking, duh.
The cook chooses the meat fillings from ground beef, shredded chicken, shredded beef, and shredded pork, and
Depends
also
on where you go.
and also fajita. By the way, the same apple to the bean choices, often ranging from black,
Okay,
red.
say that again.
Oh, sorry, I don't have my glasses on.
The same apple? What kind of? I didn't know apples ever go
I
on
don't think.
burrito.
Well, hey,
The same
I'm-
apple?
all right,
Okay.
stop it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Is my face red?
Yes.
It's kind of like the brick behind me.
Yeah.
And that's all. That's fake brick, by the way. The same applies to the bean choices, often ranging from black, red, whole, or refried beans. Once again, the flexibility of choice applies apples to the vegetables, allowing the cook to grill the vegetables and keep them fresh. Spices such as cumin, chili powder, and
Cinnamon?
oregano give the burritos an authentic Mexican flavor. For added crunch, chimichangas are burritos
apples.
that have been deep fried.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's see.
Whew,
okay,
I'm tired.
if I tap that, let's see.
You made me laugh.
Okay, Valeda says there was a bar towards San Marcos that had 3 steps to go up to get another drink, and I fell up the stairs wearing heels and a mini skirt. Oh no, I didn't fall and fell up the stairs. I didn't fall, and everybody clapped because I stood up at the top. I don't know how I did it. In a mini skirt.
It's definitely amazing the things we can do to avoid any kind of conflict like that. Oh boy,
I messed up and just ate 2 tacos. You know, I should be on a diet because the menopause is giving. Nobody tells you menopause changes your body. I've never in my life had some of the things that I have, the shapes that I have in my body now. I've never had before.
Tell you what,
So
I can't wait till I'm done
such
with it.
fun. I know. Why do women have to go through so much crap? And men just go, oh, drink beer, eat meat, big belly,
Yeah.
I am man.
Oh, my wife's
Looks-
having menopause right now. I'm having another beer.
Looks good on me, big belly. And we're like, we have to be like, itty bitty with big boobs and big bottom, but skinny little waist and perfect hair and makeup.
Isn't
and
that like
men are like, yeah,
Isn't that like an hourglass figure or something?
yes.
That's a.
But why are men not required to have any of that stuff? Only women are. Men are supposed to be big, man.
I don't know what a man would look like with an
It's
hourglass
funny, I'm
figure.
making a man sound like he's Hulk.
Yes.
Good morning, Miss
indeed.
Holla.
Holla is watching this morning. Good to have you on. Hope you guys have enjoyed the show this morning.
Definitely in the 80s.
It's
Probably
been
with
fun.
the vodka.
My wife
It is
my
vodka.
wife has been funny this morning. She's made me laugh.
No, you made you laugh
Oh, I made myself laugh
by
my
reading something
apples.
incorrectly. Instead of
You know,
applause.
it makes for a great show. You know, you write things down and you
So what is it about
Miss
vodka? Does vodka just like have a delayed reaction? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
You came home that evening saying, "What the hell did we drink?"
What was in that thing? I lost my new pair of glasses and everything.
Did you?
Well, I think I stepped on them by accident
Oh,
because I was looking for them. Kind of like Harry Potter, you know, looks for his glasses and he.
so I have to learn that spell. Oculus Reparo.
Reparo.
Bring.
And that might work. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? It actually, you spun that around like that, and we kind of had a notification that Shannon it's time for your medication.
Nope, she already took it.
She already took that this morning.
Ish.
So I think I've about got. Just while we're talking about, this always makes me hungry. If you have anything else on your list to talk about this morning,
I have to do chicken of the week.
Chicken of the week.
Oh,
I'll
go get one.
Who makes? What restaurants have you gone to that makes the best chili cheese fries? The best chili cheese fries. Feel free to put them on here, and so people know that it might be interested in kind of in the mood for chili cheese fries. Where would you go? And Shannon's going to go ahead and get the chicken of the week, and she'll be right back with that. And okay, well, let's see what else I could what else I could do here. I know what I could do. I don't know if anyone wants to hear any. Nah, I don't know. I was gonna put some music on here, let you hear a tune, but I think I might do that lastly. Jay Eric's got a neat little tune that we may release right after the one we have out right now is done, just for fun. We really don't push so much to radio. I mean, there's just so much out there to radio. Everybody trying to get on the charts and things like that. It doesn't, it is what it is. So it's a pretty cool tune that Jay wrote. And you know what I might do here? Let me see if I can. I've got it right here. Or do I? I do. There we are. I'm going to play it. While we're waiting for the stuff there, let's get a little music interlude here. Give it a listen. Let me know what you think. And we'll kind of go from there. She'll be right here in a second.
I work a little bitty job in this little bitty town. Pick up a little jack when Friday rolls around. I should be all worn out, but I'm all wound up. A little supper chillin' in my styrofoam cup. It's fixing to happen out of Lookout Road, where the ground gets soft and the gears get low. This one-horse Mayberry RFD. It's a little wild on a Saturday. A hillbilly palooza about to go down in the sticks. There's a bonfire burning down a FM road. Mud tires turning where the cornfields grow. You might even learn a little something about the birds and the bees. As we go big, 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 BFE. Skinner are in charge of the bar. You got an ice chest bigger than a compact car. I pick up my little baby and she climbs on up. Well, you can't be afraid of heights if you ride in my truck. In the middle of nowhere, USA. Later on, gonna rock a little roll in the hay. This one-horse Mayberry RFD. It's a little wild come Saturday. A hillbilly palooza about to go down in the sticks. There's a bonfire burning down a FM road. Mud tires turning where the cornfields grow. You might even learn a little something about the birds and the bees. As we go big, big, big on BFE. There's a bonfire burning down a FM road. Mud tires
There you go. Jay, that's my buddy Jay Eric.
Aren't they awesome?
Right there. And we've got a song out to the radio right now. But when that one's done, that's the consideration right there going up next. So just for fun. And thanks for listening to it. Appreciate your comments. And it's a fun song. Fun song.
It should be on the radio. So
Well-
they've had some songs. They've had some songs on the radio, and
We've had
been
10.
playing for 40 years. And they opened up for George Strait one time, and they've opened up for Reba McEntire and a Bluebonnet and all kinds of
all
kinds of
sorts
different
fun people.
So he's got pictures all over his walls that are kind of cool.
You know.
So
Chicken of the Week today is brought to you by the fine folks at Hoarders Toilet Paper. Don't forget, whenever you need that need to keep things clean,
You're
right
so
here,
cute,
Hoarders
yes, you are.
Toilet Paper.
she's like, no, let me out. Let me out.
So this right here is one of our quail.
Yes, chicken of the week is a quail. See, now if I put her on my hand like this, but then I just, it's like, don't take off. Don't take off.
Now she,
So she is from the special needs quail pen. So it looks like she had an eye injury at some point. So she's got like
yeah.
I guess her eye cleared, but she's got like this skin tag thing like right next to her eye that I
yeah.
probably need to try to remove. But no.
It's okay. It's all right. You're okay.
You're good.
She is a Caturnix quail.
What's the difference?
Which is-
I thought all quail are Caturnix.
No, a Caturnix quail is considered more of a domesticated quail. Bob White quail, which people hear a lot about, they're a wild quail, and those are the ones you typically hunt. And there are other quail as well out there, but these are your most common quail, your Caturnix and your Bob White. Now, the Caturnix also, you're going to have your standard, which is going to be just a regular brown. This one here
She's
is
kind of a chocolatey color.
yeah.
What's
She's
that called?
Since
Don't know.
since I got out of the quail business and just keeping what we have, I've
yeah,
totally
so we
forgotten.
only have we now only have
like 40.
our leftover quail because he decided that he didn't want to do the quail anymore. Mostly because quail, the females usually get sold to other people, and then they let the eggs feed their family and stuff like that, because quail eggs are high in omega-3s, so they're really good for you compared to they're a little different than chicken eggs. They taste exactly like chicken eggs, but they're higher in omega-3s. But the males usually ended up having to go to get eaten, and we don't like having any of our animals eaten. So the quail thing, it was just kind of sad. So we decided, let's see, I've been watching them for over 40 years. That is so cool. Valeda was saying that she's been watching y'all for over 40 years.
That's so cool. Irene, we'll see you later. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for joining us. So anyway, so we just have some leftovers now, and every once in a while quail get aggressive with each other, and so then you'll end up with one whose eye got damaged or something like that. And so we would bring them into a special pen and let them kind of recover, and some of them don't recover. There's one that's got like a spinny head, so her head is always like,
yeah.
but they're real sweet, and they lay eggs, so that's kind of neat. But let's see if she'll stay. Will you stay? No. No. What are you doing?
She, and the weird
Grab
thing.
the camera.
Okay, the weird thing about quail sometimes, when you confine them, they go crazy. But if you don't, they can sit in your hand for a while.
Oh, thank you. She just gave me a package.
Gave you a poopy.
See? Look at the package.
Look at there. Nice.
Did you see the package? See the package?
Look at there. That's That's
Lovely.
this is real television here, and you cut yourself in the cage going in there too, didn't you?
I guess I did. Well, darn.
No Kleenex.
Well, I've got to clean the jeans
no,
anyway, so.
But that doesn't come out, or does? Maybe it does.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I just have to wash my
So
clothes.
she's a very pretty bird.
She is. She's got. She's really like this kind of rust color. If you're someone who can't have chickens, sometimes you can have something like these. Put them in a cage and.
And yes, this is full size.
Yes, this is full size, and they lay eggs that are about this size. Egg. This is a fart egg. This is a duck fart egg, but they lay about this size egg, which is kind of crazy to think that this little thing lays such a big egg. But, and the only sound that the females make, they sound like crickets, and so that's kind of a neat little sound. The males crow. They have a warbly sound. They do lay pretty eggs. They really do. And so, so these are a great option. If you want eggs, you just make yourself like a flight pen and, you put as many females in there as you want and you go collect your eggs and then you
have good vitamin enriched eggs.
How many eggs would you say quail eggs are the equivalent of one chicken egg?
I think it's about 3.
About 3? Okay.
Approximately 3.
Depending on the size of the egg or whatever. Yeah. But they're better for you than chicken eggs. Like duck eggs. Duck eggs have a high omega-3.
Yes.
Hi. Mm-hmm. Have a high omega-3 count. Now, I don't know, because like if you are allergic to chicken eggs, you can sometimes eat duck eggs. We have a lot of people who buy duck eggs because their kids or their family member is allergic to chicken eggs. I don't know if you can have quail eggs if you're allergic to
I think it kind
eggs.
of is the same.
I wouldn't want to,
but
I think you'd almost have to test it. Ooh, I wouldn't know how that'd be scary to test it, especially if you have a severe reaction to eggs. Because I know like Robin Nowotny, she's allergic to duck eggs. She'll actually go into anaphylaxis with duck eggs, which I think is kind of crazy. But yeah, so they're just really sweet little things. They tend to be hard to keep in your hands if you're outside.
Oh yeah,
they'll
definitely
run
after
fly. Them. But yeah, they're kind of neat little creatures.
Well,
and there are a lot of people who keep them as pets.
Oh, I know.
You can keep them in the house and keep them as pets. So
very cool. Well, look who else is watching. Oh, Mr. J. Eric is watching this morning.
Well, see, yeah, but he doesn't know,
Well, he doesn't know. Well, he, what?
Duck eggs.
You just, sorry, you just missed. I played BFE a while ago, right? While Shannon was going to get a bird.
Getting a bird.
People liked it. That's you see the comments above there.
So, do duck eggs taste the same as chicken eggs? Duck eggs are richer than chicken eggs, a lot richer than chicken eggs. So like if I am making myself eggs to eat, I will put like 1 or 2 duck eggs and then I'll do chicken eggs with it, because the duck eggs are a richer egg and they are high in omega-3s, so they have a richer taste to them. They're great for baking, so he has had restaurants buy them for baking, and so that's. You were so sweet.
Yeah,
such a good girl.
She's doing really
Morning,
good.
Miss Tammy. How are you? Duck eggs are amazing. Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're going to be a little more expensive, and almost twice as much. But
well, for us, what you charge?
They're $9 a dozen.
Oh, you charge
yeah,
a 9? I thought you were at 8. Okay.
No, they're 9 a dozen. Chicken eggs for us here are 5 a dozen. We've got some different combinations you can get. Quail eggs for 5 a dozen. And as I told you the other day when I went through HEB, there were some eggs. There were people looking at eggs, and they were all different prices. And came across some organics. I think they were organics. They were like $8 a dozen. $8 a dozen. So, if you've ever fed chickens, or any
organic
of
feed is really
or any of your
though.
pets, if you feed them organic food, it's going to be a little bit more. So, so you got everything all handled up well, Shannon? Are we good to go?
She's so cute.
There we go. pretty. Well, the morning show is complete, my friends. We had a great show this morning. Had a lot of great topics. Want to thank you all for joining us. We had some.
Oh no! See, that's
Oh, she got her foot
she's the one bleeding, not me.
on her foot, probably.
Yeah.
Aw.
Did you got owie on your foot? On her toe.
Well, we'll get that. We'll get that
Her
all bandaged
toenail
up.
is bleeding.
Aw.
Aww.
So, any words for anybody for today before we head out?
I need toilet paper for the poop on my jeans.
Well, I've got some right here.
You do.
From Hoarder's Toilet Paper. So, you guys have a great afternoon. We appreciate everything you do. We're sure you visit our sponsors, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Be sure to tune in next week for another exciting story.
Bye.
Bye.
Like I say, if you know, you know.